Hello everybody, my name is Duly Alexander Cedeño Guerra. We are group letter A. My classmates are Araceli Belduma, Arnold Pilataxi, Carmen Sánchez, and Diego Valencia. In this video, we will talk about sociolinguistic, a branch of linguistic that study how language refers to the society. We will analyze factors such as age, gender, socioeconomic status, sociolect, register, code switching, and regional variation. Join us to find out. These are known as a way of speaking differentiating people within the same languages. This is referring to as linguistic varieties. For example, children, depending of their ages, there are used a lot of onomatopoeias, can be used to refer to an animal. For example, if the children refer to the dog, they express the same way. For example, wow wow is an expression for refer to an animal, in this case dog. As we grow older, new expressions are shown, even mixing new words from the other languages, such as we grow, okay, ma'am, and fool, and the other words full that belong to the English language. This is in more young people. In this way, the sociolinguistic is distinguished in these ages, and as adult language become much more formal and technical. In the ages or ways of speaking, it reflects people of the same linguistic group with different ways to expressing themselves. Thank you.
Did you know that gender and economic status can influence the way we speak? In sociolinguistics, these factors affect access to language, communication styles, and in the classroom, it is an important factor. Hello everyone, my name is Araceli Belduma, and in this video, we are going to talk about these two important variables within a sociolinguistic. Welcome. The gender variable in sociolinguistics analyzes how language varies according to gender of the speakers. For example, some studies have shown that in certain contexts, men tend to use more direct language, while women may employ more collaborative and communicative strategies. On the other hand, the economic situation is also an important variable in the communication process. In a classroom, for example, we have a student from a high socioeconomic background, and they use structured language, or we have a student from a low socioeconomic background, may use more colloquial and expressive language. This is an example of how economic status can influence language use in the classroom. Sociolinguistics help us to understand how language reflects our society.
Hi everyone, I am Arnold Steven Pilataxi, and today we'll explore two key linguistic concepts, sociolect and register. They shape how we communicate in different contexts, especially in the classroom. Let's dive in. 1. Sociolect. A sociolect is a language variety tied to a social group, like age, profession, and background. For example, a teenager may say, "Miss, this is a Hello, Heart. A teacher responds. The topic is challenging. Booklets breaking down. Same message, but their word choice reflects their social identity. A post is in your class is how we adapt language to the situation. Picture sticks. To your teacher, excuse me, could you clarify the instructions? To a friend, what did she say? I am lost. The formality is based on who you're talking to. Mastering this help you navigate school and life. Language is alive and adaptable. Try noticing sociolects and register around you. How do you switch your speech? Thanks for watching my video. See you next time. Bye.
Hello everyone. Hoy voy a hablar del code switching. Code switching is the change from one language or language variety to another within a conversation. This happens, for example, when a bilingual speaker begins a sentence in Spanish and ends it in English. In academic context, another language is used to refer to technical or specific terms. Code switching is a natural communication tool. It allows us to better adapt to different situations and people. Thank you.
Good evening, Miss. I'm Diego Fernando Valencia Ajila. I'm going to talk about regional variation. Good evening, also known as dialectic variation. This variation is the type of linguistic variation that occurs depending on the geographic areas in which speakers live. Although everyone speaks the same language, like Spanish, for example, in our case, each region can have different pronunciation, vocabulary, and even some grammatical structure. For example, here in Ecuador, we say cellular, while in Spain they say mobile. In Colombia, you might say usted. Here we use tú. In other countries, for example, in Mexico, you may hear playera, while in Argentina, they might say remera. This difference don't make one dialectic better than another. They simply reflect the cultural linguistic richness of the language. One more specific example across countries or regions, as an English teacher, consider it's essential to teach to my student the language variation by region. There is no single correct way to speak. For example, in England, England they say flat. In United States English, they say apartment. They say color. Through inclusive pedagogy, we must value this variation and teach our students the context defines which form is most appropriate, without imposing a specific accent or variation as superior. No. Promoting this awareness helps develop students who are more confident, critical, and respectful of linguistic diversity in all the world. Thank you. They say color. Through inclusive pedagogy,
Would you like to explore more on this topic? Leave us your opinion in the comments. Thank you.